It's time now for the Peter Chill sign-off news on this late Sunday night, September 20th, 2015. And just before Peter Chill signs off tonight, a summary of the late night news headlines on this late Sunday night, September 20th, 2015. Peter Wiggins, our news headlines at 11 o'clock. Here, top story is in Havana, where Revolution Square is the political stage of Revolution Cuba. Fidel Castro held huge rallies to castigate the imperialists up north. A Quebec University poll released on Friday found Ben Carson easily winning over born-again evangelical voters in Iowa with support from 27 people out of those surveyed compared to 20% for Mr. Donald Trump. Executive producer Mark Bernard said of the voice the second Emmy win for Outstanding Reality Competition Series says, "This is Young America's favorite show." Meanwhile, host Andy Samberg kicked off the 2015 Emmys with an amazing musical performance about binge watching, but his singers really came out in full force once he stepped on stage. It was a victory for the people, and said Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras as he swept back to power following the snap general election on Sunday. In Maiduguri, Nigeria, 3 blasts struck a mosque in an area near the building in the northeastern Nigerian city of Maiduguri, a military spokesman said on Sunday. A negative search for the landmark has led to the speculation of climbers may have been parachutists as Eiffel Tower was closed reopened up to terror suspects seen ascending. Kathmandu, Nepal, after nearly a decade of a delay marked by violent and political fighting, Nepal formally adopted a constitution on Sunday, with President Ram Baran Yadav called the moment a realization of the continuous democratic movements. The Oasis Tabernacle Church in East Selma, 11 was the scene of a shooting, as Dallas County District Attorney Michael Jackson said suspect James Minter has been charged with 3 counts of attempted murder after allegedly shooting a woman and an infant, as he was upset over a breakup. Seattle teachers approved the labor contract between the union and the school district Sunday, officially ended a week-long strike that has delayed the start of school for 53,000 students. A new wildlife in Northern California has killed up 1 person and destroyed or damaged 10 homes in Monterey County a week after 2 other blazes killed 5 people and destroyed at least 49 homes, private officials said on Sunday. The commission report adds to calls for the Department of Homeland Security to release detained children and mothers. In April, a 7-alarm fire that was at an abandoned mill as smoke can be seen a mile away, including Boston and some 20 miles away from the fire, as departments from nearby Massachusetts and New Hampshire communities were helping fight the blaze. Frankfurt, Germany, Volkswagen started on Sunday to halt cars for sales in the United States equipped with a kind of diesel motors that led regulators to accuse a German company of illegally installing software to raise standards for reducing emissions. Los Angeles in January, Jack Griffin, the chief executive of the Tribune Publishing Company, took his senior management team to visit the Los Angeles Times, a jewel in this company's portfolio of newspapers. Several analysts told the Post they believe that Brian Mahan will keep his top 2 leadership roles with a direction as shareholder activist at Bank of America. Singapore oil prices edged up in early trading in Asia on Monday as U.S. fuel sold, and analysts estimated that $1.5 trillion worth of planned American fare reduction was unaccountable and prices at $50 per barrel or lower. Jackie Collins appeared to be finding it less public appearance in London, even though just 9 days before her death after a 6-year battle with breast cancer. Researchers from 11 organizations have created tens of thousands of evolutionary trees into a comprehensive map of all known life open to all, free to use. As the moon completely crossed the Earth's shadow, the first of 4 total lunar eclipses called a blood moon occurred in Whittier, California. As analysts of the 260 million-year-old fossil showed that it stood upright much like a cow hippo, and it was the earliest known creature to do so. A weird multicolored flat formation this week over the Costa Rica, embezzling many of the residents. London, 1 of the 3 people born in Britain in 2015 with dementia, quoted an analyst commission by the charity campaign group Alzheimer's Research UK. An experimental antibody developed by Merck and Company was shown in pivotal studies reduced by about 10% points that will risk an infection with Clostridium difficile bacterium, which can cause a deadly diarrhea will occur. New York, specialists in infectious diseases are protesting a gigantic overnight increase in the price of the 6-year-old drug that is standard of care for treating the life-threatening parasitic infection. Peter Chill News Time, 11:04. Time now for a sports report here. The New England Patriots go to 2-0 in the season with a 40-32 victory over the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, while the Boston Red Sox edge out the Toronto Blue Jays in Toronto 43 to take 2 out of 3 from the Jays. Next up, for the Sox, they'll be back again. Friendly for a 3-game series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Okay, other scores around the NFL here. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Seattle slated at Green Bay practice. 17-16 with 1:15 left in the third quarter. Cleveland round over the Tennessee Titans. 20-24. Washington Redskins over the St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis Rams. 24-10. Pittsburgh Steelers over the San Francisco 49ers. 43-18. Atlanta Falcons over the New York Giants. 24-20. Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the New Orleans Saints. 26-19. Minnesota Vikings over the Detroit Lions. 26-16. Cincinnati Bengals over the San Diego Chargers. 24-19. Arizona Cardinals over the Chicago Bears. 48-23. Carolina Panthers over the Houston Texans. 24-17. Oakland Raiders over the Baltimore Ravens. 37-33. Jacksonville Jaguars over the Miami Dolphins. 23-20. And Dallas Cowboys over the Philadelphia Eagles. 20-10. NML's New York Red Bull defeated Portland Timbers 2-0 and Philadelphia Union over the Houston Dynamo 2-0. Major League Baseball scores: New York Yankees lead the New York Mets 6-1. Kansas City Royals over the Detroit Tigers 10-3. Cleveland Indians over the Chicago White Sox 6-3. Tampa Bay Rays over the Baltimore Orioles 7-6. Washington Nationals over Miami Marlins 13-3. Atlanta Braves over the Philadelphia Phillies 2-1. Milwaukee Brewers over the Cincinnati Reds 8-4. Houston Astros over the Oakland Athletics 5-1. Minnesota Twins over the Los Angeles Angels 8-1. St. Louis Cardinals over the Chicago Cubs 4-3. Seattle Mariners over the Texas Rangers 9-2. San Francisco Giants over the Arizona Diamondbacks 5-1. San Diego Padres over the Colorado Rockies 10-4. And Pittsburgh Pirates over the Los Angeles Dodgers 4-3. Poetry Park, New York. Brett Ryan coached Miami Dolphins when he's done well enough the Masters of Buffalo. He can wait for the cycle of New England jobs that arc with the Patriots in the AFC East and earn a limited vision for another dozen tumultuous years. Joliet, Illinois. The driver who delivered a verbal job during a week left Chicago's Glen Speedway with a flat tire, wrecked race car, and one more job Sunday night. Lake Forest, Illinois. Jason Dave usually doesn't sleep very well, but the past few nights they were even more fitful than usual by his own limits. He was more emotional too as Jason Dave rides the number one complete with BMW title. Here, Channel News Time, 11:07. Time now for a driver born this late Sunday night here. And a few slow spots here. 95 on the northbound side, a little slow around. It's Route 10 in Cranston here. Route 37 on the westbound side is slow from Route 1 to Route 95 of Warwick, Rhode Island here. 24 on the southbound side, a little slow from 44 to Random to 140 in Taunton here. 495 on the southbound side, so over the Bellingham Franklin stretch. 95 on the southbound side, so from Queen Street all the way to South Main Street in the Sharon area. 24 on the northbound side is slow from before Route 128 in Canton here. Route 3 on the northbound side, so from Derrick Street in Hingham all the way up to the Union Street in Braintree here. 146 on the southbound side, so from 290 to the Mass Pike. 290 on the eastbound side, so around Route 146A. Mass Pike in the eastbound side, get an accident after Route 30 in the frame, and there's traffic spectrum and Mass Pike from near all the way up to Weston here. Mass Pike in the eastbound side, so from also around toll through Prudhoe, Illinois. Mass Pike on the westbound side, so from Southwest Expressway to the Boston University here. 120 on the northbound side, so from Route 28 and Redden all the way out to Linfield there. Route 3 on the northbound side, so over the Bedford-Billwicker area, and we got an accident on Route 3 on the northbound side before Route 129 in Billwicker, so expect a few delays there. Up in New Hampshire, Route 101 on the eastbound side, a little slow for the Raymond stretch. Spalding turnback in both ends, a little slow before Route 125 in Rochester, New Hampshire here, and the main turnback swinging from York to Augusta via Paulton here. As it's a smooth sailing community this late Sunday night here. Okay, look at that MBTA alerts here. Come here, rails, looking good. Green line, B branch between moderate delays due to disabled train at Washington Street. Red line, experiencing minor delays due to medical emergency at Kendall South. Tomorrow, red line, Braintree branch may experience minor northbound delays between Braintree and North Quincy on Monday. And on the ferries, all Hingham and Hull ferry trips will be rerouted out for about 14 days due to a scheduled long island bridge constructed out at 3 to 8 minutes of travel. Here, Channel News Time, 11:09 on this late Sunday night. Time now for a weather report here. Tonight, close skies are about 48 degrees. Coming becoming northbound 5 to 7 miles an hour after midnight. There. Monday, south skies about 69 degrees. North breeze about 9 to 14 miles an hour. Here. Monday night, park skies about 47 degrees. North breeze about 5 to 8 miles an hour. Tuesday, parts of south skies about 68 degrees. North breeze about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Here. Tonight, both skies about 52 degrees. North wind about 3 to 5 miles an hour. Here. Wednesday, both south skies about 72 degrees. What's that? Most Coast got about 52 degrees. Thursday, Saturday podcast got about 72 about 53 degrees. Friday, parts of the podcast got about 69 about 49 degrees. Saturday, most of the day, the most Coast got about 68 about 47 degrees. And for Sunday, South got about 67 degrees. North temperature is setting at 57 degrees with first gas humidity 78%. And that is convenient for the period shell. Sun off business. Late Sunday night, during 2015 Q7. Good night. See you tomorrow morning with a more important. Good night. And good morning. Good night and good morning.